All right, welcome back to the Spicy Boys. It's season 2. Welcome everyone. I'm Topher.
I'm Matti.
I'm Nihit.
Your friendly neighborhood boy, Adi.
And I'm Sai.
Obviously, we got a little bit to work out as we are recording this now on Zoom. We hope the audio is a little better. And actually, in season 2, we have a little surprise for you. We actually have a new intro that we're going to be using. So I will go ahead and share my screen. And let's make sure I share the sound.
God, how 2022?
Right.
Oh,
22.
Oh, no, this is season 2.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Here's our new intro.
Oh, yes! The Spicy Boys are here to put some spice in your life. Spicy Boys with Spicy Topher. Spicy Boys and Spicy Sai. Spicy Boys and Super Spicy Adi. Spicy Boys and Medium Spicy Matti. Spicy Boys and Regular Spicy Nihit. Spicy Boys, it's time to get spicy. Spicy Boys.
Oh, brilliant.
All right.
Right.
So I hope the readers like our new intro. We'll explain it every week, but yeah. Welcome to the Spicy Boys once again. What do you guys think? I know that you guys have heard that before, but what do you guys think of that intro?
could you imagine that playing at
I
Soda?
heard the audio before, and I was like, dude, what? But now seeing it with the video, it's pretty funny.
I love the audio, and the video is perfect.
The video was great, man. You did that, Topher? That was well done.
I did that today before we came on. I was like, I want to put a little video portion of that before we do that.
Topher, why didn't you have work today?
Yeah, weird.
Oh yeah, I know. I just got back from that big trip, and we'll talk about the trip in a minute. But no, I am currently unemployed.
Oh.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
soon going to be
cause for
sucking off the
celebration.
government teat.
Welcome to the club, bro.
We actually, before we get into everything, we actually do have another video that we could show. It's the rap video. I don't know
What is
if
the
we're
rap video?
ready to share that with the readers.
I think we can share. Is this video going live on our channel?
It's not going live right now.
Okay.
We don't have to share it.
Is there a video to that song?
No, it's just the animation.
Oh well, there's not really. Was there animation to it?
Not really. Yeah, on the Instagram post, it kind of like flickers, but
Oh, because I put it on our YouTube channel.
we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
We do as of today.
Oh, nice.
He's
Boy,
been productive in his unemployment.
Big day in the Spicy Boys universe.
Well, I can play it I can play it, and just so everyone can hear it. This was
Sure.
courtesy Sai. He was the one who.
I just produced the track. No big deal.
Dr. Sai over here.
Yeah.
Someone get the Jeopardy.
Back on the beat, and it's about to get spicy. Matty on Pluto, acting all dicey. Talking like he's a janitor, sleeping in the halls. Say he might come to the party, gotta check with malls. The next up, we got Christopher. Recording on the pod like a goddamn chauffeur. White glove service, girls gotta eat vibe. If you tryna win at poker, please send a bribe. But if you looking to have a wet dream over sports, talk to my man Nihit in the Louisville shorts. Coming even stronger with the Squid Game costume. If it's about ESPN anchors, thought we lost you. Adi blazing next with those work from homes. Checks, Crypto Kings playing podcast host. Got the side tongue emoji, doing the most. Side rounding things out with the hottest takes. Dropping so much fire, he could grill y'all steaks. Come correct like the best cool jazz. When it comes to flip cup, ain't no spaz. First year out, we got dozens of cents. Got into the circus, got plenty of tents. Fighting on king, about to get wild. Who's up next with high, medium, or mild?
Fire.
Perfect transition, right?
I might add
Nice.
that the beat is just distinct enough from J. Cole's Fire Squad that we won't get flagged by YouTube. So that's a huge plus.
That is actually pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn copyright laws.
I know. When was the last pod we did? We got some reader feedback that it might not have been up to snuff. So I think we're gonna hope that this one's better. But yeah, what is not to keep circling back to Topher, but Topher just had a sabbatical. So why that seems like a good place to start. Tell us about it, Toph.
Yeah, so I went to Costa Rica for 2 weeks, or it was supposed to be 2 weeks, but because of all the travel interruptions, got shortened by 4 days. But spent Costa Rica for about 10 days, went to St. Lucia for a week, and then went to Jamaica. And which of you Spicy Boys joined me in Jamaica?
Oh, I did.
Boo.
so-
Dude, I gotta ask you guys. Hold on. I was wondering. So there are two couples there, and then there's a single guy there. How did that work out? Was it
I bet it
awkward?
worked
Was
out
it not
well.
awkward?
It was great. It was awesome. I think the couples who were there, we had a good time. Ross brought a lot of great energy. He was really fun.
Yeah, Ross wasn't there the whole time. So the single guy was there. He came halfway through. So it was like two couples in the beginning, pretty much chilling. And then he came in and then sort of changed all the vibe, like Sai had mentioned. And it was really fun. We went on a boat. We also, one of the things in Jamaica is that you pay for a cook, and she cooks and cleans for you, all your 3 meals, and you just pay for the food and then just a little bit each day.
Shout out to Carol and Yvonne, our two fantastic chefs, and Clyde, our host.
How much you guys pay?
So I paid for the villa because it was part of my sabbatical. And then everyone, once they flew down there, they had to pay for it. But it ended up being $600 a person for the week. And that paid for all your food, all being cooked, tips, as well as ride up to Dunder Mifflin Fall.
Dunn's River Falls, and a catamaran out to the Caribbean.
Cool.
I'll tell you what, Jamaica is a beautiful country. People were super friendly. Food was great. I don't think I could have had a better time for the week. Yeah, it was awesome. So, Nihit, you gotta amend that one international travel trip a year policy, bro.
Hey, man, you just gotta sometimes pick your battles.
You can't have that much fun, right? In a year, you gotta quill it out a little bit.
Yeah. I'm with you, but you gotta pick your battles. I'm glad you all had a good time though. Sounds like some was fun. I'm excited about our upcoming Indian wedding. That'll be fun too.
Yeah. Tell the readers, what are y'all gonna be up to?
Yeah, so Adi and I are going to Cancun in a week and going to an Indian wedding. And I think for a lot of us who've been in Indian weddings before know it's like an adventure, 4 or 5 different events, all come multiple days, and it's just gonna be a shit show. It'll be a great time. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Looking forward to it.
And if we're
excited.
if we're alive, and we'll let you know if we're alive at the end of it. If our comedy fest thing we did with Cancun had any resemblance to this kind of trip, it's just going to be a trip to forget or a trip that we won't remember.
Topher, I was asking how much the servant costs per the trip, because you pay for a servant.
You mean the staff? The staff.
Sorry.
So the groundskeeper, that was all included as the villa, and then it was $45 a day for the cook, and that was 3 meals. Didn't matter how many people were. We just paid for the food.
Nice. Okay. That's not too bad.
And I wish we had a collection of how many bottles of alcohol we went through. It was quite a lot.
It was an aggressive pace. I think I would estimate about, I would say 8 for the week.
For the week?
Yeah.
8 bottles of liquor?
Correct.
Yeah.
Damn. What was the drink of choice?
A lot of vodka.
A lot of vodka.
A lot of overproof rum.
Yeah.
You gotta keep
Tequila
those bodies
and
tight,
Ting.
bro. You gotta keep drinking that vodka.
Tequila Ting. Ting is like the Jamaican soft drink that's basically like sugary Sprite.
It's like a squirt, I want to say.
Squirt. Sorry, yeah, not Sprite.
Did you guys smoke that thing? You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
Talking
about?
I
about
was
the
gonna
devil's
ask,
lettuce.
man, with having like a chef and the staff and everything. I mean, did you guys get him to make any weed infused food?
No, we did not.
That's what
No.
Topher's trying to get at.
There was a
Lame.
store that we could have gone to because like I guess weed is sort of questionably legal down there. It's not like where there was actually a store that we were offered to go to or be taken to. We didn't actually end up going there, but
Yeah.
So if
as
you
in-
asked the staff, they would have knocked on you guys.
no. Staff is actually they definitely were more than willing to provide.
Yeah, dude, maybe they have some secret recipes next time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah,
actually, if I go to Jamaica.
maybe some jerk chicken ganja. You know, I don't know.
Chicken a la gange.
Chicken a la gange. Chicken a la gange. All right. Yeah,
That's what
Matti.
I'm
how
talking
about-
about. Sorry, I missed out on that, guys. Sorry that it's like literally the busiest time of year. Plus, we just got taken over by a corporate overlord. So,
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. What happened with that?
well, the mom and pop indoor soccer place got sold to a up and coming corporate overlord. They want to be like the Walmart of indoor soccer, which is kind of cool. They got a lot of good ideas. But we're going from paper to computers, guys, and it is crazy. Okay, you know, we use paper for everything. I'm writing paper receipts. I'm writing paper credit card stuff. We're not doing like the cha-ching thing with credit cards. We moved past that, but now we're using computers for everything, which is it's kind of wild for me. So I'm not used to it, but it's going well.
I
Otherwise,
got to get into that 21st century. 21st.
yeah, you guys heard me before. Like, how do I change my name on Zoom? Where is the chat? What's the background noise?
So you're telling me you're coming off a legacy paper system?
Stop.
You know, Dunder Mifflin is not going to go out of business as fast as you guys think it might. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Take your word for it.
Yeah.
Well, before we jump into hot, medium, and mild, we did have some emails that I think that we're a little stacked up on that maybe we should go through.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. The first is from Bruce. He says, "Hello again. I
Yes.
just wanted to mention that Pluto TV now has a channel dedicated to every footballer's favorite fascist club, Real Madrid."
I thought we talked about this already. You talked about it. You were drunk.
Yeah, you did bring it up.
Look, if it happened on the last pod, I don't remember.
Cycling through the same old emails.
Emails.
Well, so I know that these other ones are newer. This is from an Emma M. Says,
Oh.
"Hello, Spicy Boys," all in caps. You're welcome in advance because I'm sharing some spicy content for your next episode. Play Never Have I Ever with this list. Also, I want a t-shirt for $8. And then she gives a link for a Never Have I Ever with cunnilingus positions. So maybe we'll have to do that on a future episode. And
Wow,
Emma, I'm
okay.
sorry, t-shirts are $13, not $8.
Who
we have
wears
one
their?
more
I know
email.
I wear my t-shirt all the time, but like, I think Adi does and Sai does. Topher, you do?
I want it.
I'm just accusing Nihit of not wearing the shirt.
I don't actually have my shirt. I think it's still out either.
There it
Yeah, I
is.
think I
Yours
might
or
have an
Adi's
extra
place.
one lying around. I was wondering who didn't get theirs, so that it's Nihit.
I
I
wore
gave
mine.
it. I brought him over. All right. I don't know what you want me to do. That was another Christmas present for you, for the boys.
I wore
So
mine out in public and got asked about it. So
nice.
that you into fashion, culture, lifestyle podcasts, and they were like, yeah. So I know all.
Do we get any more emails, Topher?
One more email. This is from Kelsey T. Hi, Spicy Boys. Just following up about the t-shirt. I don't know if you guys remember, she asked us for a t-shirt for $13.
Oh, yeah.
I
I'm
don't
still
know if
interested in paying 13. What was that, Si?
I said, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. I was like, I don't know if you remember that last email from the last pod.
Well, considering I was the one reading, yeah. Anyways, I'm still interested in $13 for a shirt, but no one has responded to me. Oh, so help a girl out. Dedicated fan, Kels. And then she says, P.S. I've always been curious, out of the 5 of you, who has the hottest sibling?
Damn.
Dang.
I don't know what Topher's siblings look like or Adi's, and I know what Sai's brother looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and say and I don't know what. Oh, Nihit. I think Udit's good looking. I'll give him that. I'll give Udit good looking.
Udit is definitely the better looking one.
Well, that's mean. I think Udit. I don't say that. But
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. I also have a sister, you know. And a niece. Yeah, so.
Well, sister's not a sibling. I mean, your niece is not a sibling.
Sister's not a sibling.
Sorry, I misspoke there.
It's
Sorry.
a sibling.
The cat's attacking me. What do you want me to do here?
Hey, in Indian culture, nieces are siblings. Just you're just a new
What?
sister.
No, they aren't.
I mean, I classify them.
Nah, they're not, bro.
Sai, would you answer that question?
That's tough, man. It also feels a little weird,
It does.
you know. I mean, it's I'm gonna abstain from answering. Yep.
I think Kelsey, whoever that reader is, probably has information about all of our siblings and can make her own determination.
Yeah.
She
I would
knows.
throw out my brother, certified baddie. I'd say I'd put it out there.
Really?
He's a good looking dude. He's got dad energy.
Big dad energy.
Yeah. I don't know if he's the hottest, but I would put him in at least the top 6.
Oh, I forgot I have a sister. She might qualify. You know, maybe we'll have to do like a little PowerPoint of each of our siblings, and then let the readers decide. They can send in their emails, and they can decide on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on our Instagram, we'll post a photo of who we think the hottest sibling for each of us is, and then you guys vote on each of it.
That sounds good.
Well, I only have one sister, so she's pissed about this. She can bring it up to me.
Awesome. Well, let's get started with the start of the show. With our first topic, which always is hot, medium, and mild, where we're going to give a topic, and then we'll each go around the horn and decide whether or not that topic is hot, medium, or mild. Who'd like to go first?
I'll go first. You guys ready for this?
We're ready.
Aaron Rodgers, the
Ooh.
Packers. They blow it. They blow all the hopes and dreams of Wisconsinites for another Super Bowl probably in the next 20 years. And I'm over this guy. He needs to go. The play calling, not bad. The weather, I mean, the field's heated. Don't even act like it's super cold. It's cold for both teams. Other quarterback sucks. Special teams, yeah, they suck that day. They've been sucking all season. But Aaron Rodgers, you're at home. You're the MVP, quote unquote. You only put up 7 points. You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment, buddy. And you need to go back.
Yeah.
And he's mocking people who get vaccinated. He's mocking the mainstream media, and it's like, bro, this felt like a win for science, honestly. And I'm actually I want him to leave. I'm sick of this guy. So
Well, you know what,
Go ahead.
you can't be a diva that way. And make all of that ruckus with the vaccines and Biden and the media, and then lose your first game out. Like, you got to perform. Like, if you're going to be a diva, you got to be a diva and perform. And he did not. So yeah.
I think I read a stat that he's like 6-9 in playoff games over the last, however many years that is.
10 and 11.
10 and 11, maybe 6-9. I think it was 6-9, maybe without McCarthy. Anyways,
No,
whatever it was.
no.
So yeah, let's go 10 and 11, whatever the stat is. Not great. Not great for being considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and ostensibly the guy who is supposed to, go all the way this year, like league MVP, in the running for league MVP for a lot of the season. People were chatting about it. Now I think it's Cooper Kupp.
No, I think the voting's been done. I think it's Aaron Rodgers. They'll give Offensive Player of the Year to Cooper Kupp, which I love Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp won me my fantasy league. But
You think they're gonna give him MVP in the wake of the vaccine stuff? I don't think they are.
yeah,
No,
I
don't think they will.
it's a super conservative league. They will.
I think they will, just because of the records. I'll say it. Packers fans are spoiled. You think you guys can do better than Aaron Rodgers? It's mind-boggling to me. So here's the situation, all right? Look, I get that dude is an asshole, or dude says some really crazy things every now and then, but look at who's in your division.
Yeah.
When's the last time the Vikings made the Super Bowl? When's the last time the
They
Lions
were
made
one
the Super
game
Bowl?
away from it in
When's the
2018.
last time the Bears made the Super Bowl? The thing is,
2006.
Right. So it's a long time ago. My thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is be grateful that you have, even if he's a top five quarterback in the game, you're not going to replace him with another great legend. You got lucky replacing Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers, but until you start losing a lot of these seasons, I mean, they were literally the first ranked team in there, or ranked number one in NFC.
This game officially solidifies that Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers. Like, it wasn't like I know that Tom Brady has way more championships and stuff, but like this guy's forever gonna have the records, the championships. He's clearly a better team player, and he shows up in big games. Aaron Rodgers, not always there. Like, honestly, if we'd have lost 35-38 and he threw 5 touchdown passes, I'd be like, you know what? That's not on Aaron Rodgers. That's on the defense. But no, the defense stopped him for 13 points total, and you can't score more than 13 at home, and you're like the heavy favorites. Come on,
at home with a bye the week before. They were rested,
and the other team's heavily injured.
I don't think the conversation was ever like, is he as good as Tom Brady? Because Tom Brady, he's the GOAT. Like, no matter what, he's the GOAT. But now to me, Aaron Rodgers drops down to like, are you even better than Eli Manning? Yeah, exactly.
Look,
because like Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls. Never forget that.
Outside of Green Bay,
I mean,
yeah, so I'm with you. Outside of Green Bay, most NFL fans look at Aaron Rodgers as a top 5 quarterback right now. That's it. I can't believe you were comparing him to Tom Brady or even Peyton Manning or any of these like all-time greats. He's not there yet. He has to win multiple Super Bowls multiple times, but he's a top 5 quarterback, which is really hard to get in NFL. Like,
I'm not even asking him to win the Super Bowl in the head. I'm asking him to get to the Super Bowl. Like, we haven't gotten to the Super Bowl. We've had 10 years of not getting the Super Bowl. Eli Manning twice beat the Packers. Brett Favre ended his career at the Packers, and he beat Aaron Rodgers when we went 15-1 at home. Like, it's like I'm to the point where it's not the defense's fault. You give any competent like quarterback, and we could save some money and buy better players, like a better receiver or something. Like, I'm saying Matt Ryan, we put Matt Ryan in the system and we get a good wide receiver for him. Boom. I think we win that game easily, honestly. And I think Matt Ryan is not a very average quarterback. Like, he's the MVP, but shit, I don't.
You know what else the Packers could have done to win, dude? They could have run the ball.
Or not get their kick blocked multiple times. Dude, come on. All right.
Or put all of their players in on special teams where, the final field goal of the game, maybe get 11 players in.
Yeah, dude. Like, okay, you can blame Aaron Rodgers for not scoring on a snowy, under the weather game. Receivers all over the place for dropping the balls. He still got the 1 seed in the NFC. So, like, throughout the whole season, he proved himself. And he had 1 bad game on an awful weather. I don't think Matt Ryan would have done any better. That's on the Packers special team not blocking correctly's fault, not on him.
Nihit, I think that, again, they scored 13 points on us and beat us at home. Like, you can't look at that and be like, oh, this guy's a great quarterback. The guy could only score 7 points. Like, get out of here. On the other, I'll be honest with you guys. All this anti-vaccine, Joe Rogan, anti-Joe Biden bullshit that he's spewing. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, does the dude know he lives in a swing state that barely 20,000 votes separated Joe Biden and Donald Trump? Like, and like, most of the state cares about football. Like, we're a big football state, I'd say. Packers, Badgers, whatever. But like, I'm sick of we haven't been there in 10 years, and then all this shit on top of it. I'm like, I don't need this anymore. Like, let's just start over. I'm like, let another team have him choke in the NFC Championship game against a team that probably isn't as good or whatever. Fine, whatever. If he makes the Super Bowl with another team, cool, good for him. I'm done with them. Like, he's done. I'm done with them.
I think that's fair. With regards to the vaccine stuff, this is what I think was really surprising to me, is like, he spouts all this stuff. There's all this controversy. Nobody's talking about that if he wins this last game.
Yeah, exactly.
I guarantee it. Now that he's lost, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's rehashing it. It's not like any of us stopped watching the Green Bay Packers. None of us were that upset to the point where we're like, I can't even like support this guy or watch the game. Right?
I agree.
Like, so the vaccine stuff is bad. It is controversial, but it maybe just speaks to more our cultural obsession and societal obsession with football, especially in this state where the Green Bay Packers are like an institution. So
yeah, but when
shareholder, I can
Yeah. Okay, I agree. Like I hate his vaccine stance. I watched almost every Packer game that I could. I'll admit that. For me, he's paid a shit ton of money to be a leader on this team, to set an example. And like, yeah, he does community outreach. Well, when you're doing community outreach and like you're actively trying to go against common knowledge in the community, that strikes a red flag for me. On top of that, like, you ever watch other quarterbacks? They're talking to players, they're trying to hype them up, they're trying to get. I mean, I don't see Tom Brady just sitting there like every game. It's not every game. Sometimes he sits there, sure, fine, whatever. But like, it's not every game I just sitting there like just thinking about, where am I taking Shailene Woodley today to get her vagina in the sun? You know, like what are we doing? You know,
I agree. If you watch Josh Allen during that playoff game, Josh Allen is hyping his team up. He's talking to everybody. It's a different caliber of person, I think.
He's in it.
Well,
and I wonder how much that translates on the field.
So I think any last words on this? I think we should move on to the next topic. We've spent a lot of times on the Packers.
Sure.
Fuck Aaron
Josh
Rodgers,
Allen's
go Pack go.
Yeah, I said Josh Allen's never won. Aaron has, but anyways, yeah, I agree. It's a good topic.
All right, I appreciate
All right,
it.
who's up next?
Yeah, I'll go. This is controversial, kind of sticking to the vaccination theme a little bit. All right. So a Boston area hospital removed a patient from the heart transplant list because he was not vaccinated. What do
Really?
you guys think about that? Getting taken out of the transplant list. Heart
think
transplant, that's
fishy.
serious. I mean, he needs that to survive and live and, carry on with his life.
That's common. I think just so folks like if you don't get your flu vaccine, any other vaccine either, just because when you get an organ transplant, you get your suppressed, and so they don't want you to do a transplant only for you to have a high risk of
They
passing
don't want
away
to waste the heart.
afterwards. Yeah, and then additionally on top of that, they also like make you sign like papers like you have to smoke, you have to stop smoking, you have to stop drinking, and all that stuff.
Really?
So yeah, like the flu vaccine is definitely one of those things, but those other things are also true. Like in order to get transplants, you have to make lifestyle changes.
Adi, was he getting a human heart or a pig heart? Honestly, I don't they give pig hearts
Human.
nowadays? Like
They do, yeah. The new ones, it's like they're trying pig hearts now, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, this one was human heart.
Yeah, I'm guessing human. It doesn't say.
I mean, if you're
I don't
so
think
desperate
that
for a
this
heart
is-
and they're saying, "Hey, get the vaccine," I think you got to get the vaccine.
Yeah, I don't think that in this case that's really that controversial where like, hey, these are sort of the conditions that we say you need to meet to get the heart. What worries me more is hearing people saying we should deny people who don't get the vaccine medical services because they aren't vaccinated. To me, that scares me that we're going to become a medicalized police state that says that you have to do X, Y, and Z, or else you'll be completely denied services when you go in to see a doctor. And that scares me because we're already starting to see the goalposts move on what it means to be fully vaccinated. The CDC is now saying that you need a booster shot to be considered fully vaccinated, which science isn't really there. This is really more of a policy decision. And so at a certain point, they're going to say, well, if you don't have a booster, you can't come in and see your primary care provider.
Okay, but isn't there a practical aspect to the Boston case at least, right? Because if you're not vaccinated, let's say, okay, so you get a heart transplant, right? You catch COVID 2 weeks later, you die, right? If you had the vaccine, ostensibly, and you got COVID, you wouldn't have died, and then that heart could have gone to somebody who would have been healthier and been able to maybe live a more, full and productive life than the 2 week span that you were given. I'm using 2 weeks that's an arbitrary number, but I can see how it's a slippery slope, but I honestly, yeah, like Nihit said, like other vaccines are required for transplant lists and eligibility and stuff. So I think it's a good idea.
Well, the thing though also is he was removed, not just that he dropped, but he was completely removed from the list. So
To go with Topher's thing, I mean, it's like, oh, you're a smoker. I mean, smokers get medical assistance, even though that actively kills them. But people who don't get the vaccine, like, don't get it, or like, hey, I'm diabetic. I drink a lot of soda, but I better get my insulin because I'm vaccinated. It's like, okay, sure, fine, whatever, because insulin's really expensive. Maybe they want to keep them, whatever. But
Yeah, no, I think I feel like a lot of hospitals are fighting tooth and nail against the media propaganda and things, and say like we have to give care to anyone who needs it. So I think that's different than a transplant which again is a very small case, and they need it to be successful.
So Nihit, there are cases where if a person's obese or something, there's like, sorry, you're not getting a transplant because you might
have
die
to
anyway.
you have to commit to a lifestyle change. Like you have to like be actually able to share and say like I will plan on like not drinking, not smoking, and then like doing whatever like the regimen is, because they're not going to invest an organ with you if you're going to have complications. Now that's different than like, you know, bypass surgery and things like that. We're talking about an organ transplant, which is specific.
Let's say they give the person the heart and then they catch COVID and then they die. Can they cut the heart out, dip it in like bleach, and then like put it into somebody else?
I
It has
No, I
to
think
be
you can only do bleach in the
hydroxychloroquine.
veins. You can only do
No
bleach in
bleach.
the veins.
You gotta dip it in hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't
They
think
put
like
some of
cut
those like new pills, those new like Pfizer pills in. Like,
And you
here
gotta
go.
sprinkle some cafefe on it too. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work.
Well, I think
good.
that was hot. That was a hot topic.
That was a hot. Yeah, it's really hot.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I don't think we did a hot for Aaron Rodgers, but a hot, I guess. You know,
I think everyone.
Yeah, I say hot.
I think we
Hot.
understand, Sai.
All right, who's next?
Sign to hit or you.
yeah, I can go.
I'll
Oh, go ahead.
All right, I'll go. I was going to give everyone the opportunity to go first. Okay, so Elon Musk's Neuralink is ready for clinical trials. So those of you out there don't know what that is, essentially it's implanting a little chip into your brain so that the purpose is to help those with spinal injuries where they can think of something and then it will make a command of watching TV or not watching TV. That's probably not the best one, but yep, where you could blink your eyes and change the channel and like, all right, go on to the next Pornhub video. Let me blink my eyes.
Topher, topic from last podcast, FYI. Just want to give you a heads up.
What?
Neuralink. Yeah.
No.
That was my topic.
Yep.
Well, we can talk about it.
Whoops.
Yeah, we can do it again, man. Topher, welcome to the podcast.
Okay. Well,
First
all
podcast.
right, the last thing that I'll say about this.
Remember Lock4j had no idea. Neuralink, none of that.
First of all, no one. This would never fly. This is never gonna fly. There's no way you can make this okay for the U.S. public. Not me, especially me. I'll never okay this unless I get paralyzed. Obviously.
I'll tell you this, dude. I think it will be okay, and I think it will be the.
Yeah. Also, Elon Musk might be going after the China market, dude. Like the Chinese government is watching. It's like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Clinical trials are passed. Get the word out.
Yeah.
It does feel very Black Mirror-y.
It feels James Bond villain-esque, like, oh, they just starts to put chips in all the people.
Oh, like that guy's not a Bond villain already, bro.
Yeah, you guys seen the movie
He
Gamer?
looks like a Bond villain.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like a Bond villain.
Have you guys seen the movie Gamer?
No.
Is that
Michael
Gerard
C.
Butler?
Hall. Who's 300?
Gerard Butler, right?
Gerard Butler. Yeah.
Yes.
They put like nanites in the people's brains, and then like you control your game character, and they're like death row inmates in real life killing each other, and like if they die, they die. Like real life death row inmates die. But if you win like 10 games, like you get your freedom. And Gerard Butler's like 1 game away, and this guy's like controlling him. He's like, "Hey man, I need you to control me better," or whatever. And then he gets free, and then he goes in like the sim world where everyone's selling their bodies to other people controlling their minds for money. And I'm like, and then Michael C. Hall is the bad guy, by the way. He's the overall Elon Musk-esque character in it.
Between that and the metaverse, I feel like we're basically there.
Man, I'm just starting getting used to computers again. I'm not ready for this.
You got to keep with the times, man. Things are gonna change really fast. I mean, like to your point on Neuralink stuff, I'm with you. Like people are so combative on like putting like injections or things like that for the vaccine. I feel like we're a little bit far out, but I do think ultimately there will be a reality where everyone is microchipped. That's the thing. That's normal.
I'll tell you what, you get all these Gen Z TikTokers Neuralinked up. They're gonna be I think they're gonna be really into it.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that like what type of monkey they put the Neuralink in? So
Yes.
yeah, it was a macaque. And I wish Makak could play Pong as well.
You would need
That's all. That's it. Okay, I'm out. Now we can go to the next
Nice.
topic. That's what I was waiting for.
Topher, I think I gave this a hot last time, so I'm gonna give it a hot again.
Yeah, I gave it a hot last time. I'll give it a hot again.
full spicy.
Hot.
We're way too, like, for being spicy boys, we're way too generous with our hot, medium, and mild. Just gonna put that
Yeah,
out
we need
there.
to be a little stingier, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Well,
when it comes
last
to all
year.
look no in, I think we are. When it comes to all look no in, we're much stingier on.
No
we don't
look all
invest
in.
But how are we
All
about
look,
no
no
look
in.
all?
Oh, jeez.
All in,
I
no
even
look.
have it written wrong.
No, Colin.
No all look in.
All right,
Who's
Ty.
next? Ty or Nihit?
I'll go. Maybe this one's something that you guys can. I don't think it's a great story because it's just a really despicable person. But
Mild.
Elizabeth
Mild.
Holmes
Oh,
got convicted
good.
of 4 charges. Crazy. Elizabeth Holmes, the Theranos,
Theranos.
CEO, and I think just as a reminder, that was the company that claimed, was obviously in like a lot of news and articles and things like that, and claimed to be able to do over 150 blood tests with the blood
Was
sample.
that like you snap your fingers and then the blood test comes out?
Apparently,
Thanos,
that's what
right? That's
No,
what
they
it was.
like
Thanos.
cricket.
I think Marvel made their movie based off of her and her company. They were like,
Okay,
oh, this is a super villain. This is perfect. And so, and I think like in reality was when in the investigation they found that the company can only do 12 lab tests. And then the funnier thing was in those 12 lab tests, they were actually using their competitors' machines to get those test results. So like they had nothing proprietary and it was all just like fluff. And so
I think
up
they
to
call it fraud.
yeah, exactly. Yep. She was convicted of fraud, but up to 20 years of prison. And I thought this is what kind of disturbs me. When she was going through her trial, she needed a scapegoat. And maybe it's true, so I don't want to say one way or another, but she claimed that the reason this all happened was because she was abused by her 20-plus-year older Indian boyfriend.
Sunny.
Sorry.
It's those Indian CI something or CXOs, right?
They asked her, did the guy make you lie to your investors and board meetings and things? And she was like, no, he didn't make me do anything. Those are all me, but he was a big part of my my life. So foreshadowed it.
He just kept dicking me down and I couldn't take it anymore. That's kind of what I think that's the subtext. I read a book about this book Bad Blood by John Carreyrou, which kind of delves into the whole story. She's a nutcase. I'm gonna just let me just put that out. She is like Nihit said, just a terrible person. She kind of put on this like Steve Jobs persona where she and her voice, if you hear her voice when she was talking and kind of she did like the Theranos Roadshow where she presented it at this some kind of keynote and then had these investor meetings and these whatever. She used a fake voice, so her real voice she like deepened and kind of intentionally slowed down her voice so that people would take her more seriously. And I don't know whether that says something about like us not taking females in tech seriously. I think like she just she wanted to do whatever she could,
or she's a fraudulent person.
But it also says like she's intentionally manipulative. Her board was filled with it was like Henry Kissinger, and that was one of the people who invested heavily in the company. So nobody did due diligence. Like she was a very convincing, charismatic person with this grand vision. I think they closed a round that was like a $4 billion valuation when she was 19. Yeah. So it's fucking crazy. I hope this opens people's eyes to like just how much smoke and mirrors there are with a lot of those things.
Can she just say it was all for a YouTube prank and then get away with it?
$4 billion company for a YouTube prank?
Hey, it was a prank. It was a prank, guys.
Gotcha. She would always wear those black turtlenecks too.
Yep, black turtlenecks. The whole thing.
We watched.
I think that's a hot.
Yeah, Molly and I watched like 2 or 3 documentaries on it. It's great. If you haven't watched any of the documentaries on Netflix, I highly recommend them.
What's it called?
I don't know. Just type in Theranos.
I think it's called
probably Bad Blood or some shit or
Bad Blood.
I'll look it up.
The book is called Bad Blood. The document, who knows? If only we had some kind of device that would help us look this shit up.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
Sai, you're up with.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this one. Oh, did we go hot, medium, mild, or did we?
Oh, hot.
I think we all went hot.
Okay, hot, cool.
Because we're nice.
Have you guys heard of West Elm Caleb? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh,
No.
excellent. Okay, so West Elm Caleb is the name of a designer based out of New York City. He works for West Elm. His name is Caleb. West Elm's like a furniture store, kind of high-end furniture. They make kind of, shit you would pay way too much for, but it looks really nice, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this woman on TikTok made a TikTok about dating in New York and like used, this example of this guy who had been like, seeing her, then ghosted her. She hashtagged it West Elm Caleb. This shit goes super viral. It got 52.3 million views within 3 days across TikTok. People started sharing like all these crazy stories about dating and ghosting and all this stuff in New York and elsewhere. Hellman's Mayonnaise Company decided to tweet about it because they needed to get their name in the conversation. So so basically what happened is this goes super viral, and then people start trying to track down who West Elm Caleb actually is, right? They're trying to dox him, and people find his dating
of course.
profile. People find his
Because it's
Facebook
the internet
profile.
and everyone's horrible.
Yep, exactly. So basically this, I think they have a pretty good idea of who this guy is. But all of his dirty laundry is out on the internet now for everybody to see. It basically, like, I can't imagine having the worst parts of yourself or your dating life just magnified for the entire internet to see. I think it's one thing to kind of vent on social media, but naming somebody by name or like referring to a very specific scenario that just spirals out of control like this is a really problematic thing. And I think just kind of shows maybe the dangers of these kind of positive feedback loops within social media. So
what did he do that was so bad? Like, what, he ghosted her?
Yeah, he would ghost girls. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, I think the original one was he just ghosted this girl. But he was accused of like a couple other things. Let me find.
But pretty much like 20 or 25 other videos came out from different girls who said like West Elm Caleb is very, very popular person who like leads you on, will go out of their way to like kind of talk to you, like flirt with you, only to kind of ghost you. So then they were like, stop wasting your time with this guy. And then it became like a big viral thing where a bunch of people started putting
was
videos.
he well, here's what was he like doing all these things, sleeping with them and then ghosting them?
No,
or just like talking to them.
Just that's the thing. I don't think no one ever claimed, well, at least from what I've seen on the videos and stuff, I only saw like 4 or 5 of them, claimed it to be like anything like an abuse or anything like that. He just was like someone who would be a ladies guy, would just flirt with people and then would just stop talking to him. I thought what got crossed the line quite a bit was like people saying, so I agree with you, Sai, completely, because I was like, try to put people in their shoes. Like, he isn't doing anything illegal, like, and people just being very nasty with them. But there's some people who said, yes, he works here. I know who this guy is. Every time he like walks by, we all smirk about him at his workplace. And so that felt kind of bad. There were a couple of comments about that in the TikTok video.
Yeah.
This sounds like a real mystery.
Hey, watch yourself.
Because someone couldn't find a girlfriend for a long time. So,
Okay, that's like the state of modern dating.
Is that why it hit so close to home for you? Is that why you're bringing it up?
No, that's not why I brought it up. I just think it's interesting that this went as viral as it did. Thank God. Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I spending times on these apps, you just realize how horrible people are.
Yeah. I mean, it's all good though. Everyone's gonna forget about him. No one knows what David looks like. David goes to the dentist. No one knows what he looks like now.
Yeah, but that's a funny thing. Like, this guy's
it was viral,
now,
dude.
and if anyone ever Googles him, but if anyone ever Googles this guy, he's always going to be attached to this. And based on what you said, maybe he says like this is almost malicious that people are doing this, and this is now attached to him. He will never escape this. And was his behavior all that bad? It doesn't seem any different than what's going on every single day in those dating apps.
I mean, if he's not like sleeping him and then like talking to his friends, he's just like kind of talking to him. It's like, why are you taking this so personally? That I don't get it.
Yeah, I want to say two things just to kind of close this out, maybe, or other people if they have more thoughts, whatever. But my two like remaining reflections. One is like there is certainly a gendered aspect to this, and I think like men tend to treat women pretty horribly, and like I don't know if this is the pendulum swinging the other way, and people are like taking out some of those frustrations that we have with our society. So I don't know, like if a woman did this, I wonder if it would be as bad or go as viral or whatever the case is. I don't know. The other thing is I want to give these like women the benefit of the doubt. Like if he is a horrible person, maybe this is karma to some extent. I think there's enough murky information that nobody knows what happened for certain, and he probably doesn't deserve the hate that he's getting. So
Yeah, I
What's
think that's
West Elm's connection in all of this? Like, why?
just where he works, which is, and it's big branding. My other thought, a little tinfoil time, is like maybe West Elm, got in cahoots with this woman to tweet this or whatever, because now we're all talking about West Elm.
So I'm gonna give this a hot, but I don't want to normalize TikTok stories, so I'm gonna give it a mild. I think it's a hot story.
I think it's hot. I think it's like funny the way this whole social media is now kind of affecting someone's life.
I'll say.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll say medium, just because I feel like these TikTok virals come in every other week. I feel like something new kind of springs up. So I actually agree. Like, yes, people can Google it, but I think people forget about it in the next few months when the next thing comes up.
Hey, can we elect Nihit our official like TikTok liaison? TikTok and
I spend too much time on
TikTok. Can you start
TikTok
the Spicy Boys TikTok?
I could start a Spicy Boy TikTok.
SB2Ts.
And it'll just be Nihit dancing in all the videos.
Perfect. I'm actually gonna look at
TikTok.
Uh-huh.
I have a TikTok that I lurk with. I've never posted anything.
Long time lurker.
Long time lurker, first time poster.
Adi, you don't have one, right?
No, I don't have TikTok.
And
but
Topher
maybe I
doesn't
should
have one?
get it, man.
That's
No,
good.
I'm a lurker. Like I have it just mostly because Nihit kept sending us videos, and like then sometimes it'd be like you have to have the app. So I was like, fine, I'll download this thing.
I'll say this: it's a fantastic product. It's addictive as shit. Like that's the long and short of it. It's really well done, and the Chinese.
How is it different from Instagram Reels?
It's not.
They basically stole TikTok's product.
Yeah.
But
Reels
TikTok
stole
is
TikTok.
ahead of the times. It comes to Instagram much later, or does it just happen all around the same time?
I think about the same time these days.
Man, Vine really fucked up.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
True.
Better algorithm may be the number one. So.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
normally we cut this, but I think we should just keep rolling into the next topic
Cool.
or the next segment, which is No Look All In. Who'd like to intro this segment? Don't all talk at once.
All right,
Okay,
I'll
do
go.
it.
I guess I'll do this one as well.
I'll do it. We'll do it. I'll do it. All right. So this is where we basically, someone says like a sentence or a phrase regarding their topic. They have to get a majority of people to say they call when they go no look all in on that. And if they don't, if majority folds, we skip it completely. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
you got it.
Cool. Who's gonna start? I started the last topic time. So.
All right, I'll start. Elon Musk says he'll eat a Happy Meal on TV if McDonald's accepts Dogecoin.
Like that's the story.
That was it.
And you have to, you that was the whole story.
That was it, dude.
I'll call, I
That was the
guess.
headline of the story.
Fold.
Enough Elon Musk stories,
Oh,
man.
hey,
I'm
gonna
fold,
fold just
fold,
because you
that was
messed
it,
up.
bro.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We folded.
All right, cool.
I'll go next. All right. Drake uses hot sauce as birth control, Instagram model claims.
I think that's another. You just gave it
it's a
away.
call.
No. There's a detail in here you gotta know.
Okay. Call.
Okay, all in.
Okay,
All right, I'll
so Toronto's very own Drake is being chatted and questioned and hailed all over the internet, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is what she alleges. this girl goes on a date with Drake, goes to his hotel room, right, and is like hanging out and doing whatever.
Getting banged.
She fishes, so they get done having sex. He throws the condom away. She fishes the condom out of the trash, unties it, and puts the open end into her vagina. And then she was in for a surprise because she didn't see any of like the actual sperm, but she saw hot sauce. So then she was trying to sue Drake for I guess burning her or putting hot sauce in the condom when he was like, "What the hell? Why are you trying to put sperm in your body?"
Yeah.
This is the funniest thing I read in a long time.
Great.
This happened
Drake
to
sounds like a spicy boy, if you know what I'm saying.
him. Right?
Hold up, Nihit, hold up, man. Did Drake like confirm any of this?
Yeah,
Or is it just
Drake,
one-sided?
Drake confirmed that his practice is to put hot sauce in his condom after sex, so then all of his kids are dead.
So
Yeah.
let me get this straight. So she's got the condom, and I'm assuming it's like it must be clear, see-through, right? Like most condoms are, right?
Yeah,
Like you
I'm
can
sure.
see
Yeah,
Drake
I
uses
wasn't there.
special condoms that are opaque.
sheepskin.
Yeah. Hey, who knows, man? Maybe Drake's just saying that. Maybe he just like spurts out hot sauce.
But if there's hot sauce in it, she should have seen it. It's like most hot sauce is red, right? Like she's not putting red jizz in. Like
She probably like it's dark in the bathroom.
dark.
And
so she probably turned the light on and locked the door. Maybe that's what I would assume she did it so she could.
Or
You know, Marty, maybe you should create like a hot sauce that is not red and sell that to Drake.
Yes, a hot sauce that's white and creamy looking.
a semen colored hot sauce.
Hey man, Drake had to protect himself, and he ended up protecting himself. If someone else like puts like fucking condom juice in their vagina, that's on them. Regardless of whether
I'll
it's-
so this is something that I'd actually heard of way before Drake. There was a radio talk show host a long time ago called Tom Likas that people would call in stories, and he would say, "Look, if you're worried that women are going to do this, put hot sauce in there because then you'll know what they're trying to do." So this isn't like a new story.
Oh, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Like I was so shocked that I guess people do that, but it makes a lot of sense if you're Drake to do it. I think it was funny how she was trying to sue him for it, and I was like, sue him for what?
Dude, also I'm like super skeptical, and I think like all this is fake. All
I
generated
think so
for
too.
publicity.
I think it's publicity and marketing for Drake.
Yeah. And for the Instagram person.
But
Yeah.
but let's say we make this hot sauce. But we can't call it Drake's hot sauce. We call it Drix hot sauce or something like that.
So it came out of Drake's dick.
Yeah, it's exactly. Thank you. Chestnut checkers aside.
My
All right.
other
All right.
yeah, I think this is a thing with like NBA players as well. I've heard that happening in the NBA. Just
Yep.
these like, yeah, what a weird society we live in. But, good story.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Have you seen the movie
Oh.
Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz?
Oh yeah,
She literally has an off to the side comment like she banged a Chicago Bull, but they took the condom with them. That's what she like was pissed about, and I'm like,
now that's a too much sauce movie. Bad Teacher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, too much sauce. Good example.
yeah, I didn't come up. Yeah, okay.
Hey, also,
I'll look it up.
what's the law? Like, what? Let's say this happened, and then there's a kid. Would Drake suddenly owe child support now?
I mean, if he's the father, I mean, it doesn't matter how she got it.
Condoms break, bro.
Yeah.
Because it'll be his story versus hers, right? So like in that situation, if he's a father, he's the father.
His story is he put a condom on, he banged her, she got pregnant, condoms break. I mean, you can't prove it. It didn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if the rubber does not fit, you must acquit. You know.
all right, I'll go next.
All right. On that, who's got the next story?
I'll go next. I'll follow that rubber acquit joke. All right. Killer monkeys in India.
Hey, a little thick on the Indian stuff, you know.
Killer
Killer monkeys
monkey.
in India. Colorful, bros.
I'll call it. I want to know what went on in India.
All right.
All right.
So
All Indian
apparently,
full of monkeys, dude.
there was a male monkey and a female monkey, and they had a couple monkey babies. And apparently, a stray dog got one of the babies and killed it, like killed it, whatever. And so those two monkeys, those mom and pop monkeys, went around to apparently in a city that's about 300 miles east of Mumbai called Lavul Village or something like that. And they went around and found puppies and then brought them up to really high heights and then dropped them and let them die. They killed 250 dogs this way. They finally got caught on their murderous rampage. Yeah.
Damn.
Are they
Fucking
currently
monkeys,
in
dude.
jail awaiting conviction?
Yeah. I think they've been put down. But yeah, they left the puppies on roofs sometimes and in trees to die of starvation and water at times as well. So they didn't just drop them; they just let them starve.
I'm not surprised. I feel like a lot of stray dogs in India are vicious, and also there's like monkeys like all over the place. Like that's not it's not. I know it sounds like a very obscure thing from the news stuff, but like thinking about it, it's not. I can see it happening.
Vindictive monkeys against puppies. Like usually you just kill like a
this
few.
is
But, like, they're like
strange.
serial killers, you know?
That
It's
is
strange
very
behavior
strange.
for monkeys.
That is a little.
A little genocidal.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's my story. Thanks for calling.
All right. I got mine. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Call.
I'll call.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
know what
this
it
is
is, but
this is
sure, I'll
another
call.
video. This is a video one. So let me get this pulled up real quick. I
I
tried to go
these
heavy on the
visual
videos
aids.
today.
Am I the only one
Is
who
this
doesn't know?
John Kerry?
No,
the
this
Fox
is our
News
current president.
Not so
reporter.
sleepy Joe. Waking up. Pop, pop.
Nuts.
Oh.
All right, let's.
What do you think? President's on inflation then? Do you think inflation is a political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
He's not wrong. That's hilarious. Are you mad at him for
that
those
is-
comments?
that is
That's
funny.
hilarious.
No, and honestly, I don't care. The first thing is, can we stop pretending our politicians are like these like that Joe is just this nice guy who's never done anything wrong. He's just this kindly old man. Like, dude, everyone in politics suck. So yeah, he
Yeah.
was caught on a hot mic saying
That was
something.
pretty funny though.
Every single one of us would have said that.
Yeah, I agree.
That was very Trumpy of him.
So that's the
No,
second
Trump would have
thing,
been
is
like, "You're dead. Come talk to me."
he would have been like, "You're
Gotta do
dead like a
Jersey Trump
dog,
now.
like a monkey took you to a roof and dropped you off like a dog."
Was that your Bernie Trump right there?
I feel like Trump.
Yeah.
I feel like Trump would make some sort of joke about the inflation. He's like, inflation. We have the best inflation in the world. No other country can deal with inflation. Like this.
Inflation in the world.
I'm the
equal
king.
inflation.
I'm the king of inflation.
It's gonna be
that's your president, Topher.
tremendous.
That's your president.
So very smart people have said that.
Not me.
Mostly, I just
That's-
wanted to show that clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
That was funny. I like that clip.
I agree with Topher. Like politicians being put on a pedestal, like these are pretty kind of normal, scummy people who probably did what they had to get in power. Joe he's got a profanity laden mouth. It's like not the first time he got caught swearing. I think when he was talking about healthcare, he's like, what did he say?
Well, this is a big fucking deal.
The big fucking deal to Obama. Like, yeah, I don't.
He also.
Go ahead.
Oh, he also called a Bernie supporter fat. Almost called him fatso on the campaigning trail. He's like, "Hey, listen, Bats. Let me tell you something." Like, wow, you almost called him a fatso.
He challenged some dude to a push-up contest.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, he's just the guy's sleep talking. What do you want from him? Like, it's not yeah, it is what it is. Cool.
That was good. I really like that one.
I've got one.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
children are getting weaker?
Fold.
Old.
I'll
I'll call.
fold.
Wow.
Oh,
All right. If anybody wants to slide in my DMs to hear why children are getting weaker, you can do that.
Oh, that's funny. Sorry, Sai.
Yeah,
good.
sorry, man.
I don't want to hear how our society's crumbling.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next?
Okay.
What's the next segment over? I think we got everyone done.
all right. Yeah, do we, so real quickly, let's decide, do we want to do too much sauce or should we just skip to closing bell? We're already at an hour right now.
Yeah, I think closing bell.
Closing bell, yeah,
Okay.
because I forgot about the too much sauce, honestly. But when we do high day, we should do a live podcast just to see how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Not like a live, like get together,
Sure.
pass the devil's lettuce around, talk about the things.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
far,
seem like you guys are too excited about that. So
So far, you thinking
No,
of-
I'm trying to see if I can come up with if I can find a video of the closing bell for us to play. I should have done this before.
We're doing it live with Zoom.
Yeah.
let's do
We'll
it live.
have to cut this part out.
Zooming into your life.
We'll see if they actually ring it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
There we go. All right, time for closing bell. Where we're going to give our topic, introduce it, and then we're going to say whether we're bullish or bearish on it. Who wants to go first? Sai, you're muted.
I led like 2 of the 3 of them guys, so you guys can do something else here.
I was muted because I didn't want to go first.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, I'll
yeah.
go. You know what?
Um,
Oh, no. Go ahead, Adi. Go ahead.
all right. So an algorithm for arranged marriages, robots taking over.
All right, but
What do
like,
you guys think? Bullish or bearish?
are
I'm
you
bullish.
related
You didn't
or
tell us
something
anything about it. See,
I
that
mean,
would
I'm
have
thinking,
that
like,
should have
you
been
know-
a no look all in.
Yeah, because I want to know more about that story.
Holy shit!
There's no actual story. I was just like wondering. I'm thinking, maybe you just upload your bio data as it's called into this platform, and then it spits you
Is
out
that
like
some
your
of the
partner
spicy
has to,
sauce?
like,
Is
marry
our
this
bio
person.
data?
Yeah, what are we like?
Oh, yeah. People, probably a lot of our readers and 2 of the Spicy Boys apparently don't know what a biodata is. Y'all
You
know
want to give
Can
them a
you
heads up?
explain?
Please explain it. I mean, I think I can use my context clues, but
I've never actually seen one. Adi and Nihit, have you guys seen one?
Oh yeah.
I've not seen one, but I know about it. All right, Nihit, go ahead, man.
There you go.
Yeah, so like in the newspaper and stuff. So like in the olden times when you do arranged marriages, you don't like you look at their photo, but really it's like their resume for marriage. It's called biodata. Like obviously their height, weight, all that stuff, but then they also talk about their occupation, but their families information, and that's how you figure out if you were the right fit or not in an arranged marriage.
Hey, I've seen The Big Sick. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There you go. He's cultured.
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
Camille.
It's basically like your stat sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have penis girth or length, but it's got
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
missing. It's missing from the questionnaire.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's got-
that could be our edge. That could be our edge for the
It'd be funny if like on a LinkedIn post on your resume,
Yeah.
you say, here's my link to my biodata.
I mean, they also have to match your horoscopes, right? Like, so the time exact down to the second of your birth, the position of the stars. You
Adi, are you
upload all
bringing
of that,
this
and
up
then the
because-
computer spits out your life
Bring this
partner.
up because your parents are pressuring you a little bit here, or what's up?
Nah, dude, Matti, don't put this on me, bro.
They're like, you're never gonna get citizenship in that racist ass country. You need to find a woman. No? Okay.
So yeah, anyway, bullish or bearish
I-
on something like that happening?
I don't know the question, but bullish.
I'm bullish. I think anything that helps people find love, I'm bullish on. It's a good thing.
Sure, I'm bullish. I don't know why I'm bullish, but I'm bullish. You know what? No one. I'm
yeah,
neutral. I don't have. I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish. I'm not investing. Okay, I'm not investing.
No. Oh, this reminds me. Maybe a segment to come soon. Spice Tank, where we'll pitch one Spicy Boy will pitch a business, and the rest of the Spicy Boys will decide whether they're in or out.
Oh, I like that. Spice tank. Nice.
Yeah, similar concept. All right, who's up next?
All right, I'll go. Mine's simple. It's one word: Ukraine.
Oh, beautiful country.
No, Topher, me crane.
No, I crane.
No, I crane. That's better.
No,
That's
she
better.
crane.
Oh,
Like them
So I just mostly wanted to bring this up to see. So in terms of like our foreign policy, mostly bullish or bearish on what's going to happen with Ukraine and what sort of interventional policy we may interact. I'm worried that we've sort of set the stage of, especially with us withdrawing from Afghanistan, is that people like China, people like Iran, and people like Russia now view us as weak, that we won't be, that now that they're going to take advantage of that and they're going to start to push on places like Ukraine, Taiwan, and some of the surrounding countries in Iran. So that's sort of my pitch there of whether or not you think our foreign adversaries are going to take advantage of sort of our weak stance on the global scale based on us withdrawing from Afghanistan.
I'll go first. I think I'm actually bearish on it. I feel like these kind of things sometimes just get blown way out of proportion.
Wait,
I
bearish
don't
on
think
what,
anything's, huh?
Bearish on what?
Bearish about anything's gonna happen to Ukraine, like, or like, you know, some sort of activity happens there.
Ukraine's not getting invaded.
Right. And it's interesting. So there's actually, I'm gonna say a TikTok video. There's a TikTok video on this, but there's a lot of the comments were from people from Russia, and they were like, "Why does the rest of the world think we care about this? Like, this is not even on top of our list. Like, I didn't realize that people actually cared." So at least people in Russia, according to their social media stuff, like they're like, it's not a story. I feel like sometimes we spin up the stories. So I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
I think that Putin needs the Crimea River.
Now that was a pun.
Get over trying to invade Ukraine. Okay, shit.
There you go. There you go.
No, I mean, is Ukraine going to be our Poland pre-World War II? I don't think so, because it's like Ukraine is not Afghanistan. It's not even like Taiwan is just like a little island. Like Ukraine is a big effing country. Like there's no way that Ukrainian, I mean, I guess I don't know what do the public polls say about Ukrainians wanting to be reassembled into Russia.
Well, I mean, they've been going back and forth where they were pro-Russia, and then Zelensky, or I forget, whoever Hunter Biden like was involved with, like came in and he was very pro-West. You know, so Ukraine's not part of NATO, but you always worry is that at a certain point, if you don't stop these incursions, then it could lead to the next major world conflict. I mean, you know, like you said, Poland.
Yeah,
that was,
Ukraine has a
to be an interventionalist kind of policy.
But this is going to be a new kind of war, because Russia, I mean, and they've already done this a couple of times, has hacked their infrastructure and their grid lines, and then they can essentially cut out Ukraine's power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, well, your government
not
can't
a
do that, so
conventional
why don't
war
you come
like
to
an
Russia
invasion.
where we can take care of them?
Well, that's just
You know what we
sounds
should
like
do?
he
We
will
should-
win
we
the
should get a
Ukrainians
bunch of-
over by cutting off their power and their social services. That doesn't make any sense to me in warfare. Usually you like to win the hearts and minds, right?
Well, I think like if they go in there and they hack their like infrastructure, then they sort of like, well, if you want it back, then you need to join you need to join Russia, things like that.
Or they go, hey, America, help us out, rehack the stuff, and then you can own us. And then we're like, okay. Then it's honestly just dirty wars. Like we're in Yemen right now. Did you know we're in Yemen? Like we're helping the Saudis destroy Yemen. Like this is great. Like what Syria is still around. I mean, what's going on there? Like we don't hear anything about these places. Like it's just out. Like countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, America don't want anything to happen on their land, so they're just gonna fight the other places elsewhere. So they'll be like,
Or-
hey, Afghanistan's where we're gonna fight, whatever.
Yeah. Or
Hey,
alternative-
if you've ever
Oh, go ahead.
if you've ever played Risk, you know that it doesn't look good for Ukraine.
Yeah.
You better
I'm
roll a
glad
bunch of
one person
sixes.
has
That's
played-
all.
I'm glad.
And if playing Risk isn't a good form of birth control, I don't know what is.
Man, I just got like God Risk. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
But Matti, to your point, yeah, I think those countries do that, or they just sweep it under the rug. The Uyghur population in China, right? That's basically a genocide going on, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
It's not top mind. It's out of sight, out of mind. So, yeah,
It just doesn't get talked about in the Western media.
true. That's
because Western corporations have too much to gain from the Chinese market, and so they keep all that stuff hush hush because Disney and the NBA and Apple and every other corporation is like, no, we need China's market, or we need their minerals, or we need their workers.
Yeah, you know what's hilarious is people will talk about, or like the people who do talk about it are like, oh yeah, what's happening to the Uyghurs is so bad, and it is objectively awful. You're typing it on an iPhone that was made from mined with conflict minerals, made by child labor in China. It's just like you have to pick and you can't be you can't pick what you support from a humanitarian point of view, right?
In a capitalist society.
You know,
In a capitalist, that's the problem, right?
yeah. China can be brutal, man. Like, I mean, you know, obviously with Uyghur Muslims and all, it's targeted, but this kind of stuff happens just to like the general population too. Like under the One China policy, the second child sometimes got taken away by these, what is it called, family planning officials. They would just like grab the kid and put them in the orphan. And these are not like minorities, these are just like regular people. So I think in China this kind of shit just happens. So maybe like,
well, why do you think that China has like a population that is like twice the double male population as female population? Is because of that policy, is because, you know, essentially males were valued much more than females.
Yeah.
Wait till we find out. And I'm hot take right now, and I'm just gonna be a futurist. Elon Musk is gonna test his mind chips on the Uyghur Muslims in China. Watch it. Watch. That shit will be leaked out, and we'll find out that if it works on humans or not. We'll see.
That's true.
I think he's going to get more volunteers. He'll get volunteers. He'll get volunteers.
Yeah.
If I die, guys, you know why? Because I spoke the truth. Okay.
Can you also talk about how the water is turning the frogs gay?
Oh yeah.
You know,
wow.
More realistic.
Little Alex Jones throwback.
That was a true thing, though. Like, you know what? Like, it actually turned out to be true. Is that like there was water that was making frogs turn the different sex?
Yeah,
that's they weren't gay though. They were changing sex. Yeah, gender.
Okay, so they were
two different things.
transgender. All right, sorry, he got it a little off.
Oh, you're telling me Alex Jones got something wrong? Wow, that's a hot take. Yeah, unbelievable.
Hey, you know how Alex Jones had to go to the January 6th committee or whatever? So he just has this like quote. He's like, I pleaded the fifth over 100 times.
Dude, that guy is an entertainer. Okay, he is hilarious. I could watch. I have and could watch that guy for hours. He sells supplements mid broadcast or whatever, right? And then he shows the before and after picture. They're indistinguishable.
Yeah, Sai, bullish or bearish on ashwagandha?
Oh, I'm out. To quote Matti earlier, I'm out. I don't want to invest. I have no desire to invest in it.
Dude, the supplement market is really hot right now. I guess it's always been like that. Maybe like for years and years and years.
Have you not heard of snake oil salesmen before, bro? It's like
everybody
1800s. Like
white people love Ayurvedic medicine, man.
White people love not having to do work to fix the stuff that makes them sick. Like
it's like, hey, how do I, get fit? Do I like work out and eat right day in and day out for months, or do I pop this pill?
No, just shove this root up your butt, and it'll, next thing you know, you'll have muscles.
Boy, take Alex Jones's advice. I'll take Alex Jones's advice.
All right, who's up next?
Who? It's me. I have to go still, and somebody else. Who else to go?
Yeah, I gotta go. So, yeah. You.
One of you two go. I don't know what I want to do. Yeah.
I'll just go. I'll wrap it up. Mine's probably something that no one else here cares about except me. But another day, another shit show of Louisville. We lose games back to back, and then so the team decides, you know what we're gonna do? Even though the team is about to get hammered by NCAA for probably gonna have the first ever postseason ban in a long time. We're gonna fire your head coach, who's been to like bunch of final Sweet 16s and Final Fours and things like that. So not only in the matter of 2021, 2022, our athletic director quit because our president was about to fire him. In the process of about quitting, the president also quits and goes to PSU. And then our men's head basketball coach, which is like the only thing Louisville's really known for is basketball, decided to say, peace out, I can't win here. It's too much stress for me. And so they're gonna be out tomorrow. So bullish or bearish, is Louisville ever gonna get their shit together?
I'm bullish that they're gonna get their shit together. I'm bearish on doing any more Louisville stories. I think we should do a one per. If we talk about Louisville once, then me and Sai gotta talk about Grinnell once. Adi, Ohio State. Topher, where did you go to school?
UCLA.
Bingo. So sorry, Topher, I should have known that. My bad. But
UCLA is doing really well this year, by the way. Anyways, agreed. Bring it up. Bring up some Grinnell stories.
We could call it a new segment, College Corner.
Oh,
see, it doesn't have to be I only want good stories. So you have some really good shit going on in Grinnell, bring it up. Like, I want to know.
Oh, R.I.P. Emily Fitch. I think we can. God.
R.I.P. She's on my profile picture now.
I saw. I liked it.
All right. Well, that's not where
All right, Sai.
Yeah. Peloton. Are you guys bullish or bearish on Peloton?
Didn't they just kill another person in another TV show?
I will get to that in a second. Yes.
Okay.
I am bullish on Peloton being pro Sex in the City, and I'm bearish on ever buying one because it seems like a waste of money. So
fair.
Yeah, same stance as Matti. But I may buy one though if they have like Peloton for rowing. And it takes me like, down the fjords and stuff. I might get a rowing Peloton machine. Do they have one of those?
Maybe not yet, but might be coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
They certainly have like classes and stuff. Topher and Nihit, how do you guys feel about Peloton overall?
I'm bearish overall. I think that like the in-home workouts have been fairly popular.
So you're bullish, I guess? Is that what you said? Or bearish?
That's why I said bullish. Yep.
Oh, okay. I am more on the bearish side. I think I was bearish for a long time, but my sister and some other people told me how like Peloton was revamping their business strategy. It was going to do actually like at-home workouts, actual regimens instead of just a device. So they become more of a subscription company. But I just don't know enough about it, so I'm going to say bearish.
Bad strategy, dude.
Okay. Yep. So Peloton is I don't know if I could pick a worse. This thing is an absolute nightmare. Okay, so to start off with, if you look at a 1 year chart, so last year what their stock was trading at from this time, it's down 82%. Okay, 82%. They lost $150 billion of market cap over the last year. They have put in a permanent hiring freeze. They don't think they're going to hire any more people for calendar year 2022. That's what they announced on a recent call. A popular character on the hit show Billions, the opening scene of the season premiere, he's on a Peloton, suffers a heart attack and dies. Not good for the brand. The CEO has recently been.
I thought that was Sex in the City. That was Sex in the City, not Billions.
No, it happened again on Billions last Sunday. Yep.
Terrible marketing. Who the fuck is their marketing director?
Really bad. Like, just reach out to somebody and say, yeah. The final kind of nail in the coffin is there is a series of activist investors who have said we are pulling out our money unless you fire your CEO and get somebody who can run this company properly because they are severely underwater. So it's just a nightmare. I think the product is a bike, an exercise bike that costs, whatever it is, that model is destined to fail. The pandemic will be over at some point, and I think people, like Topher said, will go back to. This is a popular thing right now, but you can't think people won't go back to gyms. And like working out in your house is nice, but it's kind of a nightmare if you don't have good equipment or get bored or whatever, or don't have the space. So yeah, I'm very bearish on it, but I was just curious to hear what y'all thought.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder, like, proportions wise, how many people like working out in the gym with other people around and how many people like working out alone. Personally, I just like working out alone. Just do my thing.
Well,
but
yeah,
then I
but,
also
like,
realized like a lot of people just don't even know what to do when they go to a gym. So
Sure.
they probably prefer
But
like
I think
a class.
like like there's a lot. Sorry. There's a lot of benefit.
Yeah,
like
that's all
so,
I
Emma, my girlfriend, she works out. She does a lot of stuff on the bike. But she likes going into class and having an instructor rather than necessarily having it in her home.
Yep. Yeah. I think they just, this is a classic example of a company just overextending themselves into a trend that is not going to last forever. And I think that is, just a tricky spot to be in. But
when the pandemic started, their like stocks skyrocketed up, overinflated, and I think that's yeah, I agree. Like yeah, it was. Everyone wanted to try to get into Peloton craze, like I said, and then Peloton started selling their subscription of like, here's all the exercises you can do. We'll do new exercises every month, and so you just sign on like Netflix. It's healthier for you. So I think they just went a little too much in that direction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So cool.
My turn.
Yep.
All right. You guys ever heard of Prince Andrew?
Just Andrew. I've heard of Andrew. I don't think he's
I've
Prince
heard of
anymore.
Prince Albert. I've seen Prince Albert a couple times.
Is he not Prince anymore?
I think his title got taken away.
No, I think his responsibilities got taken away. I think he's still Prince.
No, including all of it. You can't.
All right, well, whatever.
He's not
Anyway,
His Royal Highness anymore.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble here, dude. Well, are you guys bullish or bearish on a comeback for Prince Andrew?
Oh,
I don't know.
Comeback's not happening.
No,
Let me put it
he's gone.
I'm more bullish on Peloton than I am on Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
He apparently got caught. There's like more photos of him, like father of two young kids at the time when he was 40, and there's like topless women on Jeffrey Epstein's yacht with him, and they're like 17 at the time and shit. Like this dude, wow, what a fall from grace. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He's a bad dude.
Bad dude. Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but Prince Charles apparently said to Diana, Princess Diana, that he won't be the only king without a mistress. So yeah, the royal family is a little like weird.
Well, yeah, he was openly hooking up with. That's why Diana was so mad and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I'm going to do the same thing. And then they're like, no, you're a woman. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Wait, this is real?
Also, she was hooking up with like an Arab dude. And they're like, oh, a Muslim. No.
Well, that was after.
I mean, no, they didn't stop. She was still doing it. They couldn't do anything to stop her.
Well, yeah.
So
and then they like
she was
got
no longer
divorced. And then she kept doing it. And then that was an embarrassment. And then she died. And then you're like, well, 1 + 1 = 2. So.
How weird are British royals? What's going on in Buckingham Palace, bro?
Yeah, somehow less weird than Meghan Markle and Harry, but still weird.
Yeah, totally.
This is why I love America, democracy. Okay.
We left that royal stuff behind, so I don't care anymore.
I'm with Topher,
We
man.
fought a war. We fought a war, so we don't have to care about the royals.
2 wars. Don't
true.
forget 1812, bro. Anyways.
I feel like sometimes we care more about the royal family than the people who live there care about it.
Yeah.
I would disagree. Like it's crazy over there.
Just a joke.
By the way, like if you think of how millionaires live, and then compare that to how the British royals live, the British royals actually have a pretty sucky life. It's like very austere and it's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
you see all this glamour, but the lifestyle is actually really sad.
We were cleaning out my parents' house when we were moving them like a couple years ago, and she found like these 2 beers from Princess Diana's wedding because she was in England at the time, and she's like, they're gonna be worth money someday. So I Google them; they're like $4 each. It's like,
Hey, they are worth money. Well,
You're right.
That's true.
They doubled in value since she bought them. You know.
we need
When you stick with inflation, you'll have to give money to get rid of it.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Joe Biden. Right?
I think
Let's go, Brandon, right?
So terrible. But all right, was that everything, guys?
Yeah, I think Matti, if you want to wrap us up.
Yeah, this has been the longest pod of our lives. I feel like been on this Zoom call.
Well, it's been a while. It's been a while. And our last one was shite.
My feet are so cold. Yeah. Well, no, I talked to Kelvin Tsai, and he really liked the last one. So he
shout out.
So
Shout out to Calvin Dane. Yeah, Calvin, we love you, bro.
Calvin, you'll hear a couple of repeats today, but you know what? It's okay. You'll remember them.
Anyways, you can find us on Instagram at Spicy Boys Pod. I'm gonna try to do this off the top of my head. I don't have my sheet near me. Spicy Boys Pod. You can email us spicyboys608@gmail.com. That's BOIS for boys in both of them. You can find us on Apple and Spotify podcasts. I think that's everything. You guys want to say anything?
We have a YouTube channel.
Oh, we got a YouTube
Spicy
channel.
Boys.
Nate's gonna start a TikTok here soon.
Yep. Matti's gonna be the first one dancing on it, so stay tuned.
You guys got to help me with my drinking video, my Rocky drinking video. So
It's going on TikTok.
On the YouTube video, YouTube for both of my YouTubes, both of our YouTubes. All right. So for me, Sai, Nihit, Adi, Topher, this has been the Spicy Boys podcast. Fuck Wall Street.